Live, and I, Nurul Hidayah, will be the host for today. Before we start, can I do a sound check? Can you hear me? If you can, please type in the comment section, yes, we can hear you. Can you do that? Can you hear me, everyone who are watching? Yes, okay, thank you for the response. Okay, how are you all? I hope you are in fine condition as always. All right, for our FB Live today, we will be discussing on market outlook and stocks to watch featuring Mr. Fred Tam and Mr. Afnan. For those who don't know and who are new to our live, I will introduce both of our speakers. The first speaker is Mr. Fred Tam, our CEO and the founder of F1 Academy of Technical Analysis, and also the author of the best-selling book, Chart Pattern Analysis. For our second speaker, Mr. Afnan, our senior analyst. He has been trading since his university days with years of trading experience. If you have any question regarding on the topic, please type them out at the comment section and both our speakers will address them throughout the live session. Okay, let's not waste any more time. I know you are excited and can't wait to gain new information. Without further ado, let's start our market outlook and stocks to watch talk. Mr. Fred Tam and Mr. Afnan.
Hello everyone, welcome back. Hey Mr. Fred, how are you?
Hey, hi, good afternoon.
Okay, so yeah, welcome to today's market outlook and stocks to watch. How is everyone doing? All right. I hope you guys learned something useful from our previous talk. Were you able to catch the key points from that talk? Okay, if you couldn't or if anyone missed that talk, no worries. All right, don't worry. We will highlight them again today. All right. And as usual, I have a small favor to ask. If you can, please like and share this video so that your friends can watch and benefit from this talk as well. So if you can do that, thank you so much. All right. So yeah, tomorrow is Malaysia's Day. So I want to ask, what are your plans for tomorrow or for the weekend? Anyone mind sharing? You can type in the comment section below and let us know. For me, I think as usual, I'll be hanging out with my friends, going fishing, to the gym. Yeah, what about you, Mr. Fred?
I'm going to the gym. I'm going to swim. Right. I'm going to jog. So keep me healthy because of all this. Well, the work, just work. So Malaysia Day, a good day for us to take leave, and do some healthy exercise. Yeah.
Healthy exercise, yeah. While enjoying good food, we should also practice healthy lifestyle. All right. Some says they're going to the beach and so on. All right.
Yeah. The
That's a
beach
nice
I
plan.
like that is the nearest is Port Dickson.
Some says sleep whole day.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Yeah, I too need that sleep too. Yeah.
yeah. Sometimes we
Been working very hard.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. So right. We both know that many of you here you love the Q&A sessions. You have tons of questions to ask. So yeah, you can ask those questions. Stick with us until the end because the last session is where we'll answer your Q&A. Okay, so
Where are you guys from?
all right.
I mean,
Yes, just a few more ice-breaking session.
Yes.
Where are you guys from? Is there maybe you're from East Malaysia or maybe around here, KL.
Yeah. Let's
So
see. Let's
yeah,
have a
Mr.
look,
Fred's from
No, I'm from Negeri Sembilan.
Negeri Sembilan.
I'm Seremban boy.
Seremban, right?
St. Paul's Institution.
Okay, well, my dad's from Penang, my mom's from Perak, but I was born here, KL.
Mm.
Okay, all right. Lionel, his plan is to sleep. Okay, some are from okay, Puchong,
Lionel.
Miri Sarawak, One Viral from Mini Sarawak. Okay, all right. So let's see. There's good afternoon from Anna Lily Tan. Okay. Is that enough ice breaking?
Lily is from Sarawak.
Lily is from Sarawak.
Kuching, if not mistaken.
Hmm.
Hi, Lily. How you doing? And Lionel, of course, yeah. Our FIFO kaki.
Okay, so there's all right. Some says eat, sleep, and trip. Okay.
That sounds like our lifestyle.
Yeah.
Eat, sleep, trade,
Holiday.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's enough ice breaking.
Oh yeah.
All right. Okay, so let's begin the talk now, shall we?
Mm.
So, as usual, before we start, I have to read out to you this disclaimer. This talk is for information and educational purposes only and should not be construed as a solicitation to buy or sell any of the stocks mentioned herein. The speakers or staff may have positions in some of these stocks. Okay, so the talk content, the flow for today is very simple. It's just market outlook. We have stocks to watch, and also last part is the Q&A. And this time we'll try to spend more time on the Q&A session so that we can answer your questions. Okay, so let's take a look at today's closing as of 12:30. So gainers, we have 317 gainers. Okay, as for losers, 344. Turnover is up until right now, it is less than 1 billion. And KLCI is only inching higher by 1.36 points, closing at 1,469 and 0.8 points. Okay, so yeah, Mr. Fred, what do you think about the market? What's your view for the market this week?
Okay, well, to know where the market is heading, we look at the KLCI. So let's pull up the KLCI chart, the composite index chart. And so this is the KLCI this week. And those of you who have been following us since Monday will realize that our market actually dropped from 1615 all the way down to 1408 before rebounding, okay, to 1525. That's where the 200-day moving averages are, and came back down and oscillated sideways. But what happened these 3 days was, starting from Monday, we already saw the market coming down, the CI, okay? And I think it went down 28 points in all. These 4 days up to now, 3.5 days. And it's at the moment losing about 1.87% to 1469, I'm not mistaken, 1469. So that's where our index is. So my summary of the KLCI for this week is therefore sideways, but with a bit of a downside bias.
I see.
Now, you might ask me why is it sideways? So technically speaking, and we are chartists, I say that we are sideways because it shows us where the highs and the lows are. We use the highs and lows to determine if they are sideways. So right now we can see from this triangle that I have drawn that the highs are lower. So that is one definition of a sideways. The highs are lower, the H2 is lower than H1, whereas L2 is higher than L1. So it's still higher. I know some of you might say, this is the same low. It's just about, but it didn't make a new low. So despite what happened Tuesday, we all know what happened, right? The Dow dropped 1,200%. Oh, 1,200 points. I beg your pardon. And so, got everybody worried because of a hot inflation report in the US. They might raise the interest rates and so on. But look at that's the news. That's a really bad news. But you look at the chart. The chart is not going down lower than the previous low. So are we as bad as what the news make out to be? No, not really. And that's why we as chartists, we only look at the chart. We don't look at the news, because if you look at the news, you panic. Yeah, you panic, and you probably sold off quite a lot of stuff. But this kind of market, which is sideways, in spite of a sideways market, our stocks are still doing well. That's the secret, which I want to share with you later. How we can still pick uptrend stocks in a sideways to downtrend. Okay, now chart patterns is used to determine whether we are sideways, up or down, and in this case, sideways. What does the indicator say? Okay, indicators, I would like to start with the moving average, and it's because the index is below the moving average, we are actually a little bit with the downside bias. That's why we say sideways to down, right? Now, the other indicator that we use to determine is the direction of our market is the turtle. So we have the turtle arrow there. It's a fast turtle, fast turtle, and it's showing what? Up or down? Down, right? So down is the sellers are greater than the buying interest, and therefore it's slightly bearish. Yeah, but it's not totally bearish because it's still above the support of 1464.83. The second indicator, okay, that tells us the direction of the market is the atom and the dark, which is also arrow down. Therefore, it is slightly bearish. We have two more indicators, and we're looking at them now. One is the stochastic, which is a very fast indicator, but it's telling us that it is pointing down. And last but not least, that's enough of oscillators, is the MACD, MACD, and which is also pointing to the downside direction. So in short, the KLCI this week is sideways with a bit of a downside bias. However, not all of you are in the CI. Many of us are in the small and the mid cap index. So let us look at this index. Now, this index also dropped like the CI from 20,000 all the way down to 16,250 before rebounding. And right now, it's again sideways. So we got a sideways for the KLCI, we got a sideways for the mid and small cap. So let me ask you, in a market that is not going anywhere, according to the index, can you make money? Right? So that would be the question that we want to address. How do we make money? In which stocks do we make money, okay, in a sideways market?
Mhm. So, as you were saying, in this sideways market, okay, people will usually ask,
What
in the
kind of
sideways
stocks?
market, can you still make money? Because sideways market, meaning everything is going sideways,
Yes.
or not?
Not all will be sideways. Some will be sideways. So you need to differentiate those stocks that are sideways, which you should stay aside, and stocks that are climbing up the stairs. And our objective is to look for stocks that are climbing up the staircase, like this diagram shows. It's making a higher high, and a higher low, and a higher high, higher low. That's the definition of an uptrend stock. And the secret of making money in our market is to look for these uptrend stocks in a downtrend. Okay, so there will be many stocks like the CI, especially, is not going anywhere. So those are not the stocks at the moment to look at because they are sideways. Now, mid cap and small caps, many of them are actually sideways. So the trick is, how do you find those little gems that are actually climbing up the staircase? We have a method, all right? And we call this kind of patterns, a kangaroo patterns. So question is, how to find stocks that are moving up, like in a staircase fashion, as per the kangaroo kind of style.
Yeah. Before that, for first timer, I think we should explain to them what is kangaroo market.
Okay, so let's have is there a diagram about kangaroos, right? So now, you know how kangaroos are, they jump up, they come down, they jump up and come down. The market is like this, okay? So now, you buy just about when a kangaroo is going up. But if you are not fast enough, the kangaroo comes back down and you buy and you hold, you don't make money. And that's why some of us, they don't make money because, they are not fast enough to sell before the kangaroo comes in. So the trick is now to buy when the kangaroo goes up, but before the kangaroo come down, you sell off what you buy. You make money, right? So that's how the kangaroo, how to handle the kangaroo market. And the technique to handle it is called the kangaroo technique. And this is the kangaroo technique.
I see, I see.
And you will, if you want to learn this kangaroo hopping type technique where you buy just before it goes up and then sells before it come down, and again you turn before it go up and it come down, right? So you are in luck because we're going to hold a one-day course called a FIFO course this 24th of September.
I see. That's interesting. Because before this, most people will only know bulls and bears. Now there's kangaroo, right? And then you also highlighted that. Okay, guys, the key point. When the market in general is downtrending or sideways, it doesn't mean every single dump is hitting that same direction. Right. There can be a few that are uptrending. If it's just 5 or 10, that's enough for us to make money. Isn't that right?
Yes, yes. And you know what they are not right now? They are new issues. These new issues right now, okay, are the ones that are climbing up the stairs. Sometimes I call it, climbing up Mount Everest, but okay, like climbing up the stairs. So currently, the new issues are what? Not the big caps, not the mid caps. They are, not being bought up. The ones that have been bought up, and here are some examples, just only a few examples of what we call IPO plays right now. The climbing staircase type of stocks will be this. So shall we just go through these stocks one by one? Because these are the stocks that are very interesting. And I know what you're going to say. Hey, but they're coming down. Yes, of course, with the Dow Jones dropping 1,000 points, so on. So there is some reaction, but the reaction is small, is mute compared to the rallies. So even despite of the pullbacks, the uptrend line is still intact. So let's look at LGMS. Okay, LGMS dropped a couple of cents, but you know what? It's still above 120. And now it's 126, if I believe. And if it goes down to, let's say, about 119, 120, we see resistance turn support, and that will be a good area to be. SAUKING, Sauk King. All right, from underneath. Another term is what? Buy on dips, buy on dips, that kind of thing. So this one, so therefore, is still in the uptrend category mode. So next one. So we got a list of 12 here. Very quickly, ACMO is another one. These are all new listing, right? New listing, right? But they are making high and high low. San Francisco, I call it the SFP. That's quite hard to pronounce. So I call it San Francisco Tech. Again, how much did he make? Now, let's say you began investing or in this type of counters from August the 1st, right? Let's look at AGMO. Oh, sorry, LGMS. Okay. August the 1st, it was 88 cents. 14th of September is 132. So what's the difference? 44 cents in terms of percentage. 50% in 1 and a bit month over. Let me ask you, what kind of investment can give you that kind of return in just over a month? Can you find some investment that can do better than this? Then you let me know. I'll invest in that. But if you can't, look, stocks is where I want to be right now. And not all stocks, only certain kind of stocks. What are they? New IPOs, new issues. I mean, those days, new IPOs, you go and buy, after the IPO, you think that you've got a lump of a diamond, and then on listing day, pop, it dropped from $1 to 80 cents to 70 cents. That's our thing, but not now, not now. So now look at ECMO. ECMO went up 22%. What about San Francisco? Went up 91%. What about St. Giles? Now, this is a hospital, which is very profitable, is up 25% only. So it's still some upside potential there. Synergen, 59%. Infotech, this one is a very interesting issue. It's the smallest issue among so many of these. It's only 83 million units listed, right? So it's a small counter. It's making about 20 over million ringgit, right? And so Infotech, its issue price is 30 cents. Now it's trading at 45 cents. So 45 cents divided by 30 cents, we're talking about 1.1 or 1.2 the factor. I mean, compared to LGMS, which is a factor of 2.6, or others are at a factor of 3, this factor of 1.2 or 5 is very low, right, in that sense. So potential is there. It's doing what we call a rounding bottom or a scallop kind of a pattern. Now, the next one will be like Cisco, right, which is up 76 already, this one now, okay? UMC up 51, Optimax up 22, PPHB up 19, although that is not a new issue. Just want to let you know. Olga Bio, new issue, up 36%, and Coraza up 31%. You notice all these, and most of these are new issue. Look, they're all green. Compared to the KLCI, which during this same period of a little bit over a month, okay, is down by 1.78%. So you're holding banking stocks, it's not going down, but neither is it going up. But whereas if you shift some funds over there and put, invest into this kind of fund, stocks, then you see the percentage return. Right? Because why? They are in an uptrend. And we have identified them to be in an uptrend. And what's the definition of an uptrend? Just now we already mentioned to you. So now I'm not going to ramble on. I'm going to pass now over to Afnan, because she's going to show you, right? I'm sure you want to know, right, the technique, how it actually works, right? What kind of indicators we use, for example, to be able to spot all these. Now, of course, you'll learn all this in detail in FIFO course, that kind of thing. But today, we will share with you a little bit of how we are able to identify this. I mean, look, the whole KLSE is 1,000 stocks. And we are able to zero down to about a handful of them. And they're all like going up the staircase. And they come from different sectors. You will notice. They come from very weak sectors like technology, healthcare are weak sectors. So if we're talking about sector analysis, right, these stocks definitely don't belong there. Like what Dan Zanger says about sector play. I'm sorry, right now there isn't any sector play. In 2020, yes, the sector play, the gloves were doing very well, and the technology were doing very well. But right now, new issue, IPO play, they are doing very well. Okay, so there are certain plays okay, at certain periods in the life of the bursa. So do follow us, keep in touch, and be our member, and then we will share with you what's the current play, which is right now is IPO play. So now over to Afnan to explain to us, just give us a few examples, further examples of kangaroo hops and how we apply kangaroo hops to make money in certain stocks. Over to you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Fred, for the wonderful sharing. Okay, so the things to highlight, okay, in case if anyone missed, is so these stocks, they're all from different sectors. Okay, but what something that they have in common is they are newly issued, except for PPHB, right?
Yeah,
Just an exception.
yeah.
Which you just put here for comparison because it's been doing well as well.
Yeah, it's an uptrend stock.
Okay, but the rest of this are IPOs.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So now we're gonna show you some examples of kangaroo stocks and how a FIFO trader, okay, would trade it. Okay. So we'll start off with Orgabio. Okay. It was mentioned in the table just now. So for Orgabio, what happened is, so over here, there was a gap. This was a few days ago, right? There's an up gap. And if it's an up gap above a resistance, specifically, it is a breakaway gap, okay? It's a sign of strength. So if you're a FIFO trader, you could trade it by 34 cents and sell for a small profit of 1.5 cents or a 4.41% return in 15 minutes. Now, if we were to include other techniques here, okay, if you know your technical analysis, right, there's a trend line breakout here. Just to add one more, if you know your chart pattern, okay, then you would know what pattern this is, right?
Yeah.
So this is a double bottom or W bottom. So because there was a resistance here and then there was an up gap, okay, hence which is why we saw it and then we said, oh, this is a good breakout, a strong one, all right, a breakaway gap of a double bottom.
So breakout. I see we are applying technical analysis in order to pick this stock, to identify why we are picking this stock. Right? So you hear some technical terms right now, and some of you might be new, like gap up, you know what it is, and what is a double bottom and all that. Don't worry, you're going to learn that all from our course. Right?
And then maybe another thing you might wonder is, oh, how come it's 15 minutes exactly? Okay, here's the thing. Daily chart can only give you a certain amount of picture, all right? The overall picture of a stock. But to get the timing even sharper, you have to go down to the intraday chart, okay? So if on the daily chart, there's a breakout, there's a good signal, what you have to do is you calm down, you check the intraday chart. You look for other confirmation. So in this case, all right, you can choose to enter based on the gap up because gap up itself is a strength. But how about the timing to exit? Because if the stock is meant to close at its opening by the end of the day, you have to get out before that. But there's a way to do it. All right. So intraday chart, you have to have targeting. Targeting can be based on things like Fibonacci. That's the most common way people use. Chart pattern as well, you can use. Or when you see on the intraday chart, momentum is weakening before it hits your target, all right, you can also choose to take profit. It is to protect your existing gain, all right? So over here, there was an up gap, and then after that up gap, price was shaking a bit, all right, losing momentum. So with an existing profit of 4.41%, you can just take it, all right? So another example is the same chart again, but on a different day. Previously, it was here, this doji, okay, with a double bottom breakout, right? Okay, so it was like this. But a few days later, price went higher, then we could see something else. This is a rounding bottom. So on this day, it was a rounding bottom breakout. Okay.
Right.
So it's annotated here actually. This is the rounding bottom breakout. So this is a bullish reversal chart pattern. Okay. And when there's a breakout with high volume, then it means buyers very strong. Buyers are pushing it.
Yeah. I like breakouts, and especially rounding bottom breakouts, because it tells us of a change of trend from down to up. And when it breaks out, and like in this case, I've done there, or Gabio, it make a new high. I like new highs. It's like a group of Boy Scouts are climbing up the mountain, and they're now on top of the mountain and looking down, into a valley. So there is no more higher mountain above them. So the meaning no more resistance. You're at the highest point. And this is the best place to be in terms of trading, identifying a stock that to enter, right? And so currently it is already above the previous high. It's an all-time high. It pulled back a little bit today, right, to 40 and a half, but 40 cents is the support there. We expect some resistance and support. And we do a one-to-one, which is a count, a measurement, a rough measurement. It can go. The targeting is 49, okay. And I would like to stress that this is not a solicitation to buy, sell anything, just for information, knowledge purposes.
Okay, and then just a few more things about this pattern, a rounding bottom. How it is formed is, it starts with a downtrend, right? Then it goes sideways, then followed by an uptrend, all right? So on the right-hand side, this is where price is most bullish, okay? It should be accompanied with some heavy volume when it's on the rise. So if you see this is a good rounding bottom breakout. So coming back to the breakout, if you were to follow chart pattern, okay, this would be your entry price, and you would take profit at 43 cents. So 3 cents of profit, or 7.5% in 30 minutes. So how can this be? All right, intraday chart, again, targeting. You have to have your entry and exit plan.
Some people might say, hey, but aren't we shortchanging ourselves, by taking profit at 43? Why not wait a bit longer to 49, that kind of thing, So what's another strategy that we could perhaps have apply, where we use both styles, the kangaroo style, right, and of FIFO style, and then we take some profit at 43, right? So for example, and what if it goes up to 48 or 49? Sure, I mean, secret is not taking all the profits at 43. Maybe a certain percentage, you leave it to fight. Fight means you hold and fight, and in the event the stock continues to uptrend, you still got a balance to profit from the remainder of the trend. But that is a strategy, and we will teach that also in the class.
Okay, that's interesting. So if you think that the stock can go up further after resting, yes, one way to handle that is to sell half and keep half in case if it continues to run.
So you can have the cake and eat it.
Okay, so coming back to this on the intraday chart, you look for another breakout based on chart pattern. In this case, it is something similar. All right.
I like this volume on the
yes,
right-hand side.
The volume is also good. On that day, it was very strong. Okay, so
and it pulled back today, to 40 and a half, 41. That would be a very good area to be accumulating.
All right, and then as for targeting, all right, you have to have your target. In case if your target is not hit, you see price momentum is weakening, you can also take profit, right? Just like the one over here, and hence 3 cents profit, or 7.5% in 30 minutes.
7% per day. Wow. We don't need so much, but that's a windfall, really.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. Next one, another stock. So here we have, all right, a chart pattern breakout here. Oh, look at the volume. It was a very heavy activity on that day. Okay. So there was a breakout during the day. Based on the breakout level, you could buy at 55.5 cents, take profit 3 cents above. Okay, a 3 cents profit or 5.4% in 20 minutes. Now again, every time the daily chart says it's okay, you have to get your timing right by looking at the intraday chart. So look again for chart pattern breakout. Right, so breakout, you have double confirmation. Okay, then you will have your entry price, and also you must have your exit plan. Okay, so in this case, that's how one could get 3 cents profit of 5.4% in 20 minutes. Okay, so let's just speed this up a bit. All right, this one.
Fine.
So this is
Signature.
sign, all right?
Signature.
Okay, so you can see this is you call this a pennant.
That's a pennant.
It's a bullish
and
pennant.
there's a breakout. There's nice volume coming in, and there's a nice rounding bottom there, and so on. So these are very significant breakouts. Quite straightforward, actually.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just to share with you guys,
Makes
yeah,
sense.
bullish pennant is a short-term continuation pattern. So if you see this, it is suggesting that price can continue to climb further. All right. So breakout on the daily chart, look at the intraday chart, look for another breakout. Okay, then you'll get your entry point. Then you have to plan your exit point as well. Okay, so if you notice, most of the gains are at least 3%, right? 5%, 7%. So
Per day,
yeah, per day. So here's the thing: how to be profitable in this way of trading, scalping or FIFO trading. Okay, you have to make small but frequent profit. Okay, so we do a quick math here with a profit daily of 3% and a capital of 10,000 ringgit per stock. All right, your profit per day for that trade is 300 ringgit. So if you do it consistently, every month, okay, 1 month we have
every day,
we have
Of
20
course.
trading days.
As this is an assumption.
So this is equivalent to 6,000 ringgit. So these are with this you can estimate how much you could get roughly with your own capital. All right. So 3% a day, we have a saying, 3% a day can keep the doctors away.
Yeah, it's like, what the saying, there's a popular saying that says that an apple a day keeps the doctor away, right?
Yeah.
So just paraphrasing that, and say instead of apple a day is 3% a day, on average now. Some days are less, some days are a bit more. Okay. And if you can do that, that's a challenge. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm saying it's possible, but it's never easy. Right? So technique is important. If you know how to identify them, what are called uptrend stocks, and then how to apply your buy and sell as the kangaroo jumps up and jumps down, and then you got the secret already. That's all. And this secret will be taught to you in the FIFO class on the 24th of September. We'll come to that later. Right.
All right. So 3% is just enough. And those who are interested to learn how to do FIFO trading in our KLSE market, okay, we have an upcoming course. It's on the 24th of September. It's a Saturday. It's just 3 hours, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Zoom, and it's live. All right, so this is the price, 1,005. And if you sign up, you'll get free 10 preparation videos where where the videos will teach you technical analysis, basic technical analysis that you will need. All right. So be sure to watch those videos and digest before you attend the 3 hours class. Yeah. Because during that 3 hours, we will straight away go to the technique. We will no longer mention, what is breakout? What is resistance? Because those things, you should learn it from the videos.
So if I may say, Afnan, so newbies will also be able to benefit, but they must see the preparation videos first, right?
Yes.
So there are 10 of them. So these 10 videos will amount to, a certain number of hours of learning, isn't it? So it's not really a 3 hours course, really. The 3 hours is on the more important things, right?
The life,
on the
yeah.
SOP, what we call that, right? The standard operating procedure. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5 to success, right? But before that, you need to know the theory behind it, like basics, concepts of trend, how to draw trend line, support, resistance, patterns, and all.
Indicators.
That will be in the preparation video, right?
Yeah.
So it's very, very comprehensive. And so newbies, especially, I think it's a very, very good starting point. If you really want to learn about trading the markets, that this course, I mean, 1,500 is the steal for that,
All right.
for what you're learning.
Yeah, so in this upcoming FIFO intake, we will teach you how to be a successful scalper. All right, so it's not just us that are scalping, but our students are also doing it. So let's take a look at the result. So this one is a student, I think it's new from the recent intake. All right, so he made 7.14% in 45 minutes in this stock using our technique, right? And then this one, Lady Trader, she's been with us for quite some time. 8.8% return in 2 hours on LGMS.
This was just last week,
This was last week. Okay.
It's a very recent thing, and we all know LGMS and all these Akmar and all these. These stocks were climbing up Mount Everest, actually.
All right. And then another student, 2.7%. Okay, not really 3%, but it is still money in 30 minutes.
Yeah, sometimes you get more, sometimes you get less, that kind of thing. So
that's how trading is. That's how the market is.
Yeah, it's not all the
time. The important thing is you stay consistent.
Yes.
All right, next we have Lady Trader again, 6.6%. Right, or 1.7 thousand ringgit profit from ACMO. Look at this. It was just newly issued not too long ago. There was a breakout. She saw the signal. She knew what to do. Another student, 4.3% in 1 hour on UMC. Okay, and another one, Lady Trader again, 6.9% in 1 hour. This is on SFP Tech.
Yeah, and the capital, I like to just stop here for a while. And to note that it's not that you require a huge capital like 100,000 in order to make this kind of money. It's only 10,000. So it's per what we mentioned earlier about having a capital of 10K is sufficient. Every day you just make 3%. Your target, right? Is to make the goal to make 3%. So 300 ringgit. So in that sense, this person has already made 700 ringgit, which is actually double what the goal is, which is 3%. This is 6.9%, right? Within an hour. So what do we do? What do we do with the rest of the hours? We just close our laptop, if you want to, because you already achieved your target. Go down to the coffee house, right? Tangkak Coffee, we have one down there in Scott Garden, and have a drink with you, and we chit chat and talk. We talk about tomorrow's trade, kind of thing, how we made this superb kind of trade, kind of thing, that's lifestyle. I mean, eat, sleep, trade, and holiday. Yeah.
All right. Another testimony, and the last one. Okay, this student, he made 4.2% in 30 minutes on the stock. Unique. IPO, so I believe. Right, so this is a wedge breakout. So he saw that buy signal, he knew what to do. And for your information, these students, they're all independent. Okay, but of course, it takes practice to become consistent. And yes, the 10 preparation videos that we mentioned just now are here, so you can take a look. Okay, just a sneak peek what you will learn. We have chart construction. We have basic concepts of trend lines, support resistance, Fibonacci, chart patterns, only the ones you need. Okay, turtle indicator and fast turtle indicator, all is explained in this 10 videos. All right. So other than that, what you will learn in the FIFO course is the daily routine as a FIFO trader, because there are over 1,000 counters in the stock exchange. So the daily routine will help you to pick potential FIFO stocks every day because every day it is a different FIFO stock. You'll also learn the systematic and rule-based entry and exit strategy, which means the rules, okay, they are more objective. So with this tool, you'll know how to pick FIFO stocks on your own. And of course, what strategy exactly, what technique to use to enter is the F1 FIFO breakout trading method. And the last thing is no one can escape. Money management is a must-have. Other benefits that you'll get is an access to our Telegram group called F1 FIFO Group. So in this group, you will no longer trade alone and in isolation because everyone inside there, they are like-minded FIFO traders. Our technical analysts are also inside for networking, and they discuss live, FIFO trades and alert every single day. It's not a signal, right? It's just a discussion group. But from the discussion, it gives you an idea. Okay, what stock I can look at today. All right, and then tomorrow is Malaysia's Day, so there's a promo here on the daily newsletter. All right, so this is the price excluding SST. This promotional price is up until tomorrow midnight. All right,
so what is this newsletter for? I mean, Afnan, is it so? Yeah.
Okay, so the newsletter here, in case if you guys don't know, is where we send a daily report, okay, every morning before the market opens, okay, on what's going on in the market. All is technical analysis based, and also what kind of stocks that we can monitor.
Two things, I think we tell them the market outlook, and then if the market is good or bad, and then what are the sectors that they're playing, and which is right now is IPOs, and after that, then we could zero and zoom down onto what are the particular stocks, and we do it and give it to you. We send it to you every day, right? Through the Telegram, and so Telegram is really one of the greatest inventions, in our time. Last time there is no Telegram. There's no way that I can communicate with you immediately. Let's say if this stock is good, that stock is good. But the Telegram does it. And our newsletter is sent through the Telegram. That's how good it is.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, so if you're interested to get the newsletter or even join the FIFO course, okay, you can contact these two numbers. And again, we're giving free t-shirts if you sign up within the next 48 hours. Maybe Mr. Fred, you can show the t-shirt.
Yeah, sure. I like to show this t-shirt. I was telling you about our lifestyle. Okay, we eat, we sleep, and then we trade, and then after that we close our laptop and then we go down to Tangkak there, coffee for a drink, or we go and then we go holidays, and then we eat, sleep, we trade, we holidays. So this t-shirt, really very nice t-shirt to have, and it will be yours if you sign up within the next 48 hours. Okay.
All right. So now we're open to the floor. It's Q&A time. So let's see. Anyone has any questions? Let me see. Okay. From Nur Iman, hi Sifu and Afnan. Cheers and positive as always. Can you please comment the target for Synergen, Infotech, SFP Tech, and LGMS? Okay, I repeat. Synergen, Infotech, SFP Tech, and LGMS.
That's quite a bit. Okay.
Yes.
No problem.
Okay.
We start off with Synergen.
Synergen, all right. So I think we can pull up the chart here.
Sure.
Okay, for Synergen, let's see. Okay, this is all based on our newsletter report. Okay, so the next one, if price goes up further, is 1.11.
But notice that it already hit the first T of 105.
Yep. Okay, so next.
Hey, wait. We haven't yet. So it's now pulled back a little bit, but notice the trend of this stock. Now, if the definition of an uptrend is a high, 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 low, and the way to do it is to draw it, okay, and then you can connect the low to the low. Let's draw an uptrend line, and you can see that this stock is still in an uptrend. The moving average here also tells us there is an uptrend. Right? So now here, Afnan has drawn a trend line. And you can see, even though it pulled back, it's just pulled back and resting above this trend line. So it really is not bad. The trend of this Synergen is still an uptrend stock. And the red color moving average is a 20 moving average. And then we have another moving average below that, right? So, okay, still above these two averages. So this particular stock, at worst, it is inside a consolidation, right? Look for a bottoming out pattern and for a rebound.
Okay, so can we move on to
Sure. Yeah.
Right, Infotech. So let's see Infotech.
They look the same, don't they?
Quite similar, yeah.
Yes, they making higher high and higher low, which is a definition of an uptrend. Now it's pulling back, but not. See, we have already have drawn a resistance support line there, and that's about 42 cents. So around the 42, in this afternoon, if it does go down to around that area, is a good sulking area, SAWK, that means BOD area. And to be sure, if you are more conservative, wait until there's a Japanese candlestick pattern forming right at the green line, right? And for a rebound before re-entering or averaging buy, if you haven't sold out yet. Okay? The trend is still an uptrend. So you see, despite a pullback of 3 days, if you look at the big picture, it is still very steady.
Supports remain intact.
Right. A lovely green color support line there, which was previously a resistance. And notice when it came down, the volume is very small. Okay, today, the last couple of days. So price down, volume down, not weak. That's how it's interpreted. So no problem with this. In fact, I was saying to you earlier that this stock issue price is 30 cents, and now it's trading at what, 40 cents, 3 cents, which is about 1.1 ratio, right? So this stock, and has a small trade up, so it's easily, it's volatile in that respect, so you need to be careful about that too, the volatility. So your position sizing is important. Don't go and trade so big, into it until it's like violate your money management rules. Right. So that will be taught in the course as well. Money management.
Okay. Next, SFP Tech.
SFP.
All right. San Francisco, as you call it.
Yeah, I noticed. I mean, this is not typical of the whole KLSE. All the other stocks are sideways. I mean, you can pull out after this. Look at that. It's lovely. It's a staircase kind of a stock, isn't it? And it's fantastic. There's so much of support for this stock. See, after I just drew a trend line, it's still very much above the trend line. Now you can redraw a trend line connecting the recent low, right? And that's to show that it's climbing up Mount Everest and it's still intact. Yeah. Now compare these type of stocks to, for example, okay, let me show you a very, very good stock, but it is still in the waterfall stage, like I talked about. Right, sorry, so we wanted to show the difference between the two. Now, because all this while you're seeing stocks climbing up the staircase, we never show you, and now we're going to show you a stock that is in a waterfall pattern. It's coming down. So that type of stocks are to be avoided.
Okay, you want to show an example or?
Oh, yeah, show an example.
Okay, can you name me one?
Top Bluff.
Top Bluff.
Yes. Just an example, right? We are in this is all for learning. So you notice that it's still in a waterfall stage, and it's been dropping from 10 ringgit until today, and it's still dropping. Okay, right. That's
Okay.
it. That's one we
All right.
wanted to say.
There's one more, right? LGMS share
Oh yeah,
requested.
we have got LGMS. That's right.
Okay, let's see.
You see, they are pulling back nicely. So now in this example, we can use a Fibonacci to measure the 38, 52, 50, and the 62% support, right?
Oh,
From that low
support. All right.
Yeah. So pull back now. Um. Oh yeah, all the way. No, from here. Let's say the recent one.
Okay. Recent one.
From the recent low.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Already hit 38%. So, but to be conservative, look for a bullish reversal, candlestick reversal pattern before re-entering or averaging. Okay. The trend is still uptrend. All these we mentioned uptrend. I mean, if you know where to find them, you see, you can then you can see that you can find stocks that are in an uptrend. You don't know how to find they are on the downtrend or sideways trend. I give you another example. Enju. It's a steel. It's a big cap, very profitable lion industry. Okay, we just saw say Enju. You look at see where the trend is. This is different, right? It's going downhill. Would you want to be in this stock? Well, at certain point in their history, it's great to be in the steel industry, but not now. Somehow, there's oversupply. I mean, we do not require to know the fundamentals behind it. Just looking at the technicals, we know that there's more supply than demand because it's making a lower high and a lower low. I mean, in short, there isn't any signal at all. And you notice all the arrows, the arrow down, right? These are the turtle arrows, turtle atom and dot arrows. And you can obtain these formula, these templates from us because we are the one who designed this. Arrow down, don't touch. Arrow up, touch. So you see for yourself. It tells you when to get in, when to get out, when to get in, when to get out, when to get in. Right now is out. Okay. All right. All right.
Okay. Next, let's see. From Alex Chan, what's your interpretation of the USD and Ringgit chart?
No, sorry, we don't have that chart right
We
now.
don't have that chart.
Yeah, sorry, we have. We concentrate on. Sorry, we can't help you there. We concentrate on the KLSE stock, and if you do it well, right, there's money to be made there.
Okay. From one, why PPHB include as new IPO listing performance? Okay. In case anyone joined late, okay, I think yes, PPHB is not actually a IPO, but it was in the table. It's just for comparison because it has also been doing quite well in this lackluster market.
It's an uptrend, so that's the common trait between PPHB and the other new IPOs. It's the uptrend, which is a high, low. I mean, it's such an important definition.
All right. Another question. Would you think, okay, from Alex Chan, would you think there could be another crisis due to the failing exchange rate?
No. So, those are the macro issues. We don't touch that at all. We are chartists. We merely just look at price. Okay, because we believe that price action discounts everything. That's the first philosophy of technical analysis. So looking at price alone, it already can tell you everything about that, the stock, okay, about the market.
Right. Just want to add something. If it was me, if anything happens, whether the crisis happens or not, I would refer to the chart and see what's going on because, like what Mr. Fred mentioned, okay, we chartists, we believe that whatever happens in the price chart, okay, it reflects whatever factors out there, political, fundamental, economical, okay, those factors are taken into account in the price movement. So we just look at price chart.
Yeah. So We know there are reasons why
Yeah.
stocks go up and down, but we don't need to know what they are in the forecasting process.
Okay. From BB Zing Harith, which one better for chart time frame? 5 minutes or 15 minutes?
No, it depends on whether you're a short, medium, or long-term trader or investor, that kind of thing. So what you're referring to, 5 and the 15, you're obviously a scalper, a short-term trader, or intraday. Yeah? So you're not wrong. 515 is very good for that. But my suggestion is, if you're going to do that, you should trade that in the direction of the longer term time frame. So which is you need to use a daily or weekly to help you out there. Okay, that's the tip that I can give you as regards the positioning of where the 5 and the 15 is. Okay, in relation to the longer term time frame, you need to take that into account as well.
All right.
That'd be great.
Okay.
515 is nothing wrong with
just
it.
another tip: when the shorter the time frame, the more noises there is. So be careful with that as well.
Right.
Okay, from one Rushdie, for long term, which time frame can use?
Well, depends on how long is your long term,
Yeah.
right? Normally, it's over 1 year. Is a long term.
Okay, maybe I can answer this.
Okay, you can,
Alright.
sure.
Yeah, everyone's definition of short term, medium term, long term is different. So you have to know your long term is how long. Okay. Personally, for me, if it's just like a few months or maybe up to 1 year, daily chart is good enough for me. All right. But if I plan to like hold longer, maybe weekly. I've never tried monthly. All right. At most it's weekly, but otherwise most of the time it's just daily chart. To me, daily chart is the mother of all time frame. You have to look at that time frame before you look at any other time frame. Right. That's how I would approach it.
Yeah. Absolutely agree with you, Afnan.
Okay. From Scott Koo, will the video be available for reference and watched after the course, and how long? I think it's referring to the FIFO.
Yeah, there will be a cut-off date, I'm sure, So you try to squeeze everything in. But we give you a reasonable time frame, for you to view all this. I can't remember what's the time frame that we allow you to view before it gets snapped up.
Okay, I think he meant specifically, the live session. Okay, yes, that one will be recorded. So
it'll be forever, that one, right? There's no expiry date.
Not the 10 videos, it's the live video recorded. So after you finish the course, record it and then saved, and then you can rewatch it to refresh for 1 week, 2 weeks. Okay, it'll be available for 2 weeks, and the class is 3 hours long, so 2 weeks should be more than enough. All right. Other question from Tan Kiet, SNS.
Yes. Hi, Tan Kiet.
This is very new.
Yeah, very new, but that's the beauty of technical analysis. You look at a pattern, there is a breakout, and that's it. Beautiful chart.
Okay, not much info, so I think for this case we can go down to the lower time frame.
Even this time frame, as you suggested, is the daily chart is so good. Yeah, but if you can use an hour for
maybe 4 hours, all right?
Yeah, so it's the same.
Yes.
There's a breakout, and we trade the breakouts.
So based on the 4 hour time frame, there was a breakout, a total breakout.
Lovely turtle breakout there.
Okay,
and you see the arrows there?
Yes.
Beautiful.
And during the stretch, we can see volume is also increasing. So we can say right now it is a healthy rally. Right?
Yeah, and look at target. It is. Yeah. And despite all the turmoil that is around, surrounding our burst and all that, the thing. But if you look at this particular stock, it's a reflection of strength.
Yes.
It's a breaking out with high volume. This one.
Okay. There's other requests. Sai Park. I haven't heard of this one for quite some time.
And sure, one comment, before you go on, if you're a newbie out there and this is the first time you've seen this charting software, can you see the beauty of this software? Okay, is first of all there are arrows telling you whether it's a red or green. Red means that is the sellers are in control. So obviously, you don't want to be in when there are red arrows, right? And there are three arrows, okay, that we look at. The one on top, the one in the middle, and the one right at the bottom. When all three arrows are aligned, that's a strong down, right? Vice versa, if three green arrows are seen, then it is a strong up. Otherwise, in between, just the top arrows are already useful in determining, okay, whether you should be reducing position, holding the position, or increasing positions. Right now, can you see that the green arrow in SIPAC in that sense? That is buying interest. But because it's below the resistance of 49 cents, we'll wait until it break that one before buying. But notice these are old technology stocks. Okay, they are all old, not new stocks. Right.
Okay, then just to comment a bit, these are old annotations. I just stretch out the resistance and support here. So that time there was a potential double bottom, but then there was no breakout. It continued to consolidate, so we can expect further sideways movement until it breaks down or breaks out. All right.
So why want to trade stocks like this when you can trade just now those new IPOs?
All right. Another one. John Sniper. Hi guys, enjoyed the presentation. Any thoughts on ACMO as of now? Would appreciate it very much. Thanks and have a great day, everyone. All right, ACMO.
Sure.
Let's see, for ACMO. Okay, ACMO, if there is a new breakout, the targets will be updated. As of now, I'll just remove them. Let's see. Just like some of the stocks recently, there has been a pullback. Okay, but volume is also dry. Right, so we can say that it's just the weak hands are being washed out.
Yes, yeah. I would like I would like to draw the support. Okay, the support that it should be landing on and holding, and that will be what Afnan is drawing right now, and that is about 87 cents around there. Even if it dropped to 87, I'm not sure if it does go down to the level. If it does, look at 87. That's an important level. It shouldn't break. Okay, if it breaks at the end of the uptrend, then you will have an M top kind of thing. But until then, currently what we are seeing is just some random selling, the selling by weak hands. Still have a new high, a higher high, and a higher low.
Yeah, and then what we're seeing right now, what happened here may happen again. All right.
So in short, hold.
Okay, this can happen if it breaks out, all right, then rallies again. But if it continues to consolidate, you can also view it this way, all right, as price is traveling within a channel, all right?
You drew another possible flag, the Afnan. First flag is there, then there's another flag, really.
Yeah, first possible flag, it was indeed a flag breakout.
A flag, right? And hit the target. And now it's doing
Second
another
round.
flag.
Yep.
So, treat it like flag because why? The volumes are low on a pullback. And you can already measure where the next target is using Fibo.
I have it here. Okay. All right, I think in this case, I can draw a new Fibo. Right, like over here to here.
I see.
And here. Okay, but whether or not it can continue to go up, we will wait for a new breakout.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, for ACMO right now, we can say it's resting, but it also has the potential to make a new breakout. Lionel.
But there's a gap there. It's good that we see a break rebound
Mm.
and covering the down gap,
Yes.
this down gap, before we take on any further positions.
All right. Lionel saying that ACMO broke up the uptrend line.
Yes.
So,
A little bit,
okay, a little bit.
but look at the horizontal support line,
Yes.
Lionel.
Sometimes
87
price
cents.
breaks an uptrend line, but then it goes sideways and rests. That can happen too.
Yeah, LGMS happens 2-3 times where it came down, went through that uptrend line for 1 or 2 days, and then you turn back up again. Couple of times, I know. Right. Look at LGMS. That's all.
All right. From Lee said key, MI. Okay.
This is MI? No.
Yeah, I think this is the one. Is it?
It's a waterfall, this one.
Okay, so waterfall. All right, just for the sake of analysis, okay, I'll just draw the trend line.
Yeah. Nothing to look at, this one.
Yeah.
Look at our arrows. See? Our arrows are all sell, all the way down. Beautiful, from 4 ringgit down to 1 ringgit. Can you see any green arrows? No, all red arrows. So can you see how these arrows can help so much? And these arrows are designed by us. Share Investor Station. Okay, you can get it from us. Get it from Cherry.
Okay, so in terms of trend, technically it's still bearish, so we just expect it to continue to move downward, all right?
But there's a lot of that. Oh, sorry to interrupt.
Until there is a new breakout or further breakdown.
Yeah.
But yes, as you mentioned,
Afnan,
previously there was
there's a lot of volume,
yes,
right, at the bottom. So it could be a selling climax kind of thing. It could be a U-turn, right? This could be a turning point. So let's have a look at it. We could be looking at one, but if it does, it'll make a higher high. So it's important to see a new higher high, and the 3 arrows are pointing up. We don't see the arrows pointing up yet.
Yes. Don't forget, price action is still number 1 priority. As of now,
143.
In terms of price, there's still no breakout, although volume is significant.
The resistance is at 143. Yeah.
Okay. From Scott, cool. No more discount for FIFA cost for Malaysia Day. I missed the Merdeka offer.
No lah. Honestly, even at 1,005, they don't need to bargain with us. Just pay. Because why? You can make back this money in no time, So if you put in 10,000 and you make, let's say 6K, so this is only 1.5K, you can do it in 1 week. Assuming you can make 6K, maybe, okay, for newbie, it's a bit down. You make 3K also, you can cover it within 1 month already. Half a month. So what the heck? Actually, it's worth a fortune. Because we are teaching you from the beginning. And look, we come from a school. And we are not only the school, we are the top school teaching technical analysis in Malaysia. There are 15 of us who sat for the exam. 14 passed. Of the 14, 7 got distinctions one. You go and check. I do not believe that if we say that we are number 2, nobody dare to say they are number 1. That's us teaching technical analysis. So you are learning from the gurus as well, in the teaching technical analysis. All right. So 1.5, just don't bargain with us. Pay like a duke, and we will teach you like the king. And we teach you everything about technical analysis, and then you will make back this money. Seriously, sign up right now. If we have a 48 hours, and you get a free T-shirt, some more. What else is that now we are giving? 1,005, is it? Any discount? Promotion? Got, is it? No, just 1,005. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. From Tan Kiet, hi Fred Tam and Afnan. All right. Hi. Okay. From Albert Wong, interest rate hike. How's finance index? Public bank.
Again, whether the interest rate is going to affect the bank stocks, let's look at the price. The price, in this case, the index itself, will actually tell you whether or not the interest rate hike is affecting
yes
the banks. And right now, the banks are in the middle of a huge consolidation. But overall, with an upside bias. But look, when you're playing a bank stock, it's a long-term strategy. All right, don't expect it to go up like the small stocks in the IPO issues that we mentioned. Never like that. So, what are you? Are you here for dividends? Then banking stocks are very safe.
See your
Maybank is the best stock,
Yeah.
6%. That kind of thing.
You have to look at your objective. Okay, and all right. He also mentioned public bank. All right, we'll take a look. Okay, all right. So let's see.
Yeah, the interest rate hike should actually result in the strengthening of the bank shares.
Okay, so just to show, based on our TD system, all right, there's a weakness, but at the moment there's a bullish harami. So bullish harami is a reversal Japanese candlestick pattern, all right. So it's a sign where price can turn upward, all right. So at the moment, this is just based on 12:30. It's not 5 p.m. yet, so we can't know how it will actually close later.
But based on the big picture, is inside a huge triangle. It's still hold a big picture, All right, there it's still there.
Okay, somewhat around there. So if it closes with a bullish harami, you can monitor it, see if there's a temporary turning point. Okay, next one, EPMB from Lawrence Lee. EPMB.
Just looking at it, I can see the kind of volatility in this stock. It's not going anywhere. I mean, you wouldn't know the direction. It's very hard to predict this stock. For me, if it's so hard, I look at the chart, I don't see any pattern. I just stay out. Right? You're trying to guess which direction is going to go. It's like tossing a coin.
But based on our TD system, technically, the arrows are up.
Oh, yeah.
So it is technically bullish.
Technically bullish, yes. But
next,
so choppy.
Yes, but it's choppy. Next one, EIB. All right. This is also new. Okay, but it's still sideways.
This is a new issue, yeah. So stand by for this one. Okay, but so no volume right now. Yeah. Okay, nobody's playing this stock, but it's in the sideways.
Okay, so you see, although you know that now, all right, had to look at new issues, you still have to know how to pick which new issues to look at. Otherwise, you could get stuck in
sideways stock.
Sideways like EIB, right? So EIB right now, sideways until we see a new breakup of a resistance or breakdown of a support. Next, Lionel saying 1,500 ringgit, one day FIFA can settle.
Less than one day, one trade, you already make 15,000
Right. All right. There's the last question.
The last question, because the market is going to open soon.
HH Group. Okay, so here, technically speaking, it's quite choppy. All right, so you be careful with that. Whipsaws can happen, but still based on trend lines and our TD system, it's technically bullish. But be careful that recently there's been a sharp drop. All right, so watch out for that. There's short-term weakness. For longer term, if the moving averages can hold it, then it has a chance to continue to rally. All right, but then again, the candles itself are choppy and erratic. Perhaps better to look at other stocks that are more stable.
So many other better stocks than this, okay? I think you get the hint.
Yes, all right. So yeah, that's it. The last question settled. So we hope you guys enjoy and learn something from this talk. And just for your information, on Monday we have
Yes.
another talk, all right? Same timing, it's 1 to 2, right? So do join us, don't miss out.
And bring your friends
Bring your
along.
friends as well. We learn together, and then we make better decisions together. Okay.
Okay.
So
Guys,
I'm Afnan.
and I'm Fred.
See
See
you
you
in our
next class,
and let's make money together.